This program was made possible by contributions to the Animation Entertainment channel from viewers like you. Thank you.
McDonald's, proud sponsor of
Animation Entertainment.
Together, helping imaginations grow.
This is the end of a perfect day. My very own cotton candy. I can't wait to try it.
Pinocchio! There you are!
Yikes. What happened to you, Leonardo? Did Blue Fairy turn you into a donkey?
No! Vitamin D turned me into a donkey. The coachman runs this whole shebang, and he wants us to drink vitamin D. One drink and poof! You're a donkey!
Aye, aye, aye. That's just awful. You drink vitamin D and then you transform into a donkey. Gee, what's the worst that could happen?
I hope you won't be too shocked when I explain this, Pinocchio. When you get turned into a donkey, the coachman sells you to the salt mines so that you can pull wagons of salt, salt, and more salt. We could get tired of it, you know. No, you're wrong, lad. I use donkeys to work in my salt mines so I can get filthy rich, lad. Pinocchio, could you please come over here and have a sip of my vitamin D, lad? Money talks, lad.
Note to self. Paradise lost. Aye, aye, aye. What a bad dream.
Mamma mia, Pinocchio.
What's going on?
Father! Blue Fairy! Thank goodness you're here. I had a scary dream.
You had a bad dream, didn't you, son?
Everything's okay. We're right here.
But it was so real.
Well, son, there are some dreams that can scare us good.
That's right. Of all the things you choose in life, you don't get to choose what your nightmares are. You don't pick them. They pick you. What happened in your dream?
I don't want to tell you. It's still really scary.
But if you tell us about it, you'll be able to see that it was just a dream.
That's right, and it didn't really happen.
Really?
Really, veramente.
Yeah, really.
Well, okay. In my dream, I met this boy named Leonardo, and he wanted me to join him on a trip to Fun Forever Island. We had a blast, playing games, riding rides, meeting clowns, and even indulging in cotton candy.
Yes, go ahead. We're listening.
And then, while I was enjoying my cotton candy, I found out that Leonardo had become a donkey. He warned me about vitamin D, which the coachman used to turn him into a donkey, and sells them to salt mines to pull wagons of salt. I had to get out of here before the coachman made me drink vitamin D. It was such a scary dream.
Ah, now we know it wasn't real, because it was all just a dream. But do you see the donkey and the coachman?
Well, no.
That's right, no. There's just you and me, Pinocchio and Geppetto.
And Blue Fairy, don't forget me.
Right, now back to sleep. We have school tomorrow. Come on, Blue Fairy. Good night, son.
Yeah, good night, Pinocchio.
Good night, you guys. Well, Father and Blue Fairy were right. Some dreams can scare us like they do, and I'm definitely no exception. By the time you realize you've been transformed into a donkey after a drink of vitamin D, it's already too late. Man. Hey, Pinocchio, is something troubling you today? Yes, it is, but I don't want to talk about it.
Come on now, you can tell us.
No, and if I do, I'll embarrass myself real good.
Come on now, you can tell us.
Why are you always asking me anyways? No, I won't. Well, okay then. We'll let you think about it until the bus pulls into school. Hey Chris, Pinocchio, what's up? Rapunzel, hey, sell a bit for me, will ya? Pinocchio wasn't feeling his oats today, because he didn't want to talk about the dream he had last night, because then he would have been embarrassed. Well, sorry to have to inconvenience you, Chris, but I was too busy listening to my iPod, so I didn't hear that. But thanks for the heads up, Chris. Don't sweat it. Hey Pinocchio, tell Rapunzel what you dreamed about last night and tell us why you think it's too embarrassing. No, I don't want to. Come on, Pinocchio, I'll let you brush my hair. Oh, alright. Well, Rapunzel, in my dream that I had last night, I came to this tower and you were in it. You looked at me and then you greeted me and I was like, Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair. Then I may climb the golden stair. You did just that, and we had milk and cookies, and we had a chat. So that's my dream. I think it sounded more like a lie. I mean, just look at your nose. See? Oh yeah, I'd be embarrassed. Could someone please get a saw? If his nose keeps growing, it could poke the back of someone's head.
Hello there, Pinocchio. Someone told me you had a bad dream last night. Mind telling me about it? By the way, your nose looks like the dwarfs could squirt ketchup and mustard on it with a hot dog bun.
Okay, Snow White. I was visiting your house today, watching TV with you and the dwarves when we heard a knock on the door. You went to answer it and met this old hag. She had with her a poisoned apple that will put whoever eats it into a sleep like death. She claimed the apple to be a magical wish-granting one, but I knew none of us here at Noveltown Junior High were allowed to talk to strangers, so I slammed the door in her face before she could offer you the apple. So there's my dream.
I heard you had a strange dream last night, Pinocchio. So would you mind telling me about it? Just for a little while?
Well, Cinderella, I hope I don't embarrass myself when I tell you about it, but... Okay, so we were at this ball, the royal ball, and I was dancing with you. We had fun for a little while, but when we heard the big bell ring, reminding us that it was midnight, you ended up having to leave. I watched you run down the stairs, and then I saw the glass slipper that you left. I looked at that shoe an awful long time, and then I swore right there and then that I'd come and find you. And there, that's my dream.
Oh dear.
Alright, Gingerbread Man, you wanted me to tell you about my dream. Well, here you go. Okay, so me and Blue Fairy were having a picnic by the river, and we saw you riding on the back of a fox. You told the fox that you were running away from anyone that wanted to eat you, and I realized right there and then that the fox's turn was coming. So I jumped into the river to save you from being eaten. You know how cookies get soggy when they get wet? That's how I saw you when we got back on land, because you know I had to save you. So there. Okay, so get this, Harry. Me and you and Porgy were competing in this race to see who is the fastest. We did 4 laps, but then we took a nap halfway through, and Porgy and I finished the race ourselves. When I saw that ATV over by the nearest pine tree, I hopped on, drove as far away from you as possible, and before you can say, slow and steady wins the race, that ATV helped me cross the finish line, and I won. So there, you know Porgy won the race. I won. Okay, so I dreamed that you were sitting on top of a brick wall. You sat there for 45 minutes until a swarm of flies bothered you. While you were trying to swat away at those pests, you lost your balance and fell off the wall. I jumped in and rescued you in the nick of time. And now you know why all the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again.
Ow! 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 Ow!
Ouch. Talk about a bull in a china shop. Sorry, Humpty Dumpty. Okay, Jack, so in my dream, I traded in my cow for a bag of magic beans. Father didn't like them, so he asked Blue Fairy to dispose of them. So she and I planted the magic seeds in the ground, and instead of a watering can, Blue Fairy's magic was what made a tremendously gigantic beanstalk out of those beans. Aye. A totally huge beanstalk, right before my eyes. So then, I climbed the beanstalk, climbing it. I'm sorry, but would you mind not poking my neck with your long nose? Oops. Maybe I should have said something that was actually true the first time, but I couldn't even think.
That's enough, Pinocchio. You didn't tell your friends what you really, actually, truly did last night. You lied to them all the whole day through, Pinocchio. I'll just throw it out now. This is an obvious choice for me to give you a timeout in the principal's office.
The principal's office? But Father, come on! I didn't even mean to lie to my friends.
If you'll notice, you really did, son. 10 minutes later.
Oh hey Pinocchio, why the long face? Nose.
Oh, because it's dragging on the floor now from all the lies I told?
Yes.
Well, I want to, in turn, ask you this. Why did I have to sit in the principal's office for 10 minutes?
Because you told ridiculous stories, and lied to all your friends. Seems you and your nose are both in trouble now.
Yeah, sad. I didn't want to tell my friends about the dream I had with the coachman and the donkeys and everything, so I had to cover it all up.
I see. So what happened?
Well, I told Rapunzel that I dreamed about meeting up with her at the tower. I told Harry that I dreamed about racing against him and Porgy. I told Snow White about the dream where I saved her from the witch. And, among the rest, I told Jack about the dream I had about the giant beanstalk. The more stories I told, the longer my nose grew, and Geppetto saw how long my nose was, so much so that he gave me a timeout in the principal's office.
I see. Nothing you told your friends was true.
Yeah, and I feel remorse for that. I should maybe told them the truth about my dream in the first place. But that'd just be me embarrassing myself.
Pinocchio, sometimes we feel embarrassed when we tell the truth, and that's alright. It's okay to say how we feel.
Yeah, and right now, I feel let down, embarrassed, unwilling, and unable to stop thinking about donkeys, the coachman, vitamin D, and lies.
That's what you only dreamed about, Pinocchio.
But it seems so real.
But by what you did, I think it's time for you to prove that you're better than this. I think you need to tell your friends the absolute truth.
Well, Well, okay then. So long as it's not an awkward moment. Well, Pinocchio, look at your nose. It's so long from writing to us all about your dream, so much so that it's dragging on the floor. Have you considered picking it up and carrying it properly? Well, that's the reason Blue Fairy told me that it's time for me to tell you all the truth. And then afterwards, I'm going to owe you each an apology. I want to make up for what happened today, for the sole purpose of what I went through.
You know, Pinocchio, I've always seemed to favor normal apples over poisoned apples, so lay it on us.
Well, okay. I'll feel a lot better once I've told the truth, right? Right. And it better not be longer than your nose. Okay then. So there I was. In my dream, I hopped aboard a coach full of children, driven by a charismatic coachman who took us to Fun Forever Island, where mischief is encouraged and where kids can be as reckless as they already are. We had fun, rode rides, played games, met clowns, had cotton candy, and even that snooty kid Leonardo showed me some neat tricks. While I was enjoying my cotton candy, Leonardo took some vitamin D and got transformed into a donkey. He told me that the coachman was responsible for vitamin D, which he uses to transform kids into donkeys so that he can sell them to salt mines, thus making slaves out of them so he can get rich. Filthy rich. When Leonardo told me about this, he warned me to leave the island before the coachman showed up. And that's all I remember from my real, true, actual dream. Well, talk about a true story. Oh my gosh, Pinocchio's nose did not just shrink back down to normal that quick, did it? Yeah, it did. But at least it's not long enough to poke my neck anymore.
Well, when Pinocchio tells the truth, his nose goes from long back to short, that's for sure.
Good thing I went to the school doctor to get fixed.
Aye, was I really telling the truth? And this time you really were. Well, on that note, I'd like to owe everyone here an apology. Rapunzel, I'm sorry about the dream I had where I met you at the tower. Jack, I'm sorry about the dream I had with a giant beanstalk. Cinderella, I'm sorry about the dream I had where I saw you leave your glass slipper. Snow White, I'm sorry about the dream I had where I saved you from that poison apple. Gingerbread Man, I'm sorry about the dream I had where I saved you from being eaten alive. Humpty Dumpty, I'm sorry about the dream I had where I caught your fall. All of those were lies, so like I said, I want to make up for what happened today. Can you guys ever forgive me? Yes, Rapunzel and I forgive you. I forgive you too.
My dwarves could protect me from any stranger any day of the week, so I forgive you too.
If the truth is, I forgive you.
Sure as I know the Muffin Man, I forgive you.
I forgive you too, even if I'm a bit off the wall.
We forgive you, Pinocchio. Even if my body is made out of wood, all of you treat me like a normal kid. That's what lets me trust everyone, and that's no lie.
Hey, you could at least squeeze me into this scene.
Uh-oh, we've got a fourth wall breaker here. And that for once is no lie.